Across the vast expanses of our blue planet, countless places offer sanctuary. Verdant valleys, tranquil lakes, and lush forests that invite us in with open arms. But not all corners of the Earth are so forgiving. Today we journey to the other end of the spectrum, delving deep into the realms where nature turns hostile, and survival is a true test of endurance. Here, the world reveals its most formidable face, reminding us of the raw, untamable power that still persists in the wildest lands. In these places, the very air can be laced with toxic gases, the ground scorched by relentless flames, or the climate so harsh that life clings on only by the thinnest of threads. Some landscapes dazzle with their beauty, yet conceal dangers that could spell doom with a single misstep. Others are forged by the catastrophic forces of nature, volcanoes, storms, and the icy grip of cold that seems almost unworldly. These are places you'll definitely want to avoid if you value your safety. So let's begin this one. These are the top 15 most dangerous places to be in the world. The Danakil Desert, straddling the border between Ethiopia and Eritrea, is as close as one might come to visiting another planet without ever leaving Earth. Here, daytime temperatures routinely soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest places on the globe. The searing sun beats down on cracked salt flats, while vast expanses of barren rock shimmer in the heat. Water is scarce, and shade is rarer still. But heat is only part of the story. Beneath the surface, the Earth's crust is thin and restless. Volcanic activity shapes the landscape, birthing acidic hot springs and geysers that hiss with toxic gases. Plumes of sulfur and chlorine fill the air, burning the eyes and lungs, and making even brief visits hazardous. The land is alive with danger, its colors both mesmerizing and menacing. For the Afar people who call this place home, survival requires knowledge passed down through generations. Knowledge of where to find water, how to avoid the scalding springs, and when to flee from volcanic eruptions. For outsiders, the Danakil is a place of awe and terror, a reminder that the Earth's power is not to be underestimated. Nestled in northern Tanzania, Lake Natron appears almost otherworldly from above. Its shallow waters shimmer with vivid hues of red and orange, thanks to the thriving, heat-loving microorganisms within. Yet, beneath this beauty lies lethal danger. The lake's high alkaline content, with a pH reaching up to 10.5, is strong enough to burn skin and eyes. Its waters are caustic, a result of volcanic minerals washed down from the surrounding Rift Valley. For most living things, this environment is utterly inhospitable. Birds that misjudge a landing, or animals that dare to drink, often perish. Their remains are mummified by the lake's minerals, preserving them in eerie statue-like forms. Even stepping into the water can be perilous, as the caustic liquid attacks flesh with alarming speed. Yet, life finds a way here too. Flamingos, uniquely adapted to withstand these harsh conditions, flock in their thousands, painting the shores pink. But for humans and most animals, Lake Natron is a deadly trap disguised in brilliant color. A stark warning that beauty sometimes comes with lethal consequences. Atop the mighty Victoria Falls, where the Zambezi River plunges more than 300 feet into the gorge below, lies a natural formation both breathtaking and terrifying, the Devil's Pool. Each year, daring swimmers are drawn to this precarious basin, where only a sliver of rock separates them from the abyss. The water rushes past with relentless force, and a single misstep could spell disaster. The pool is accessible only during the dry season, when the river's flow is low enough to reveal the rock ledge beneath. Even then, the currents are unpredictable, and the margin for error is vanishingly small. Guides carefully monitor every movement, yet accidents have happened, sometimes with fatal results. To stand on the brink, staring into the roaring spray and the chasm beyond, is to feel the raw power of nature in its most unfettered form. The Devil's Pool is a place of unmatched thrill, but it is also a reminder. Here, the boundary between life and death is perilously thin. Deep in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan, a blazing inferno rages day and night. The Darvaza gas crater, ominously dubbed the Gates of Hell, this massive pit, more than 230 feet wide, has been burning continuously since 1971, when a Soviet drilling operation inadvertently released a pocket of natural gas. In an effort to prevent the spread of toxic fumes, geologists set it alight, expecting the fire to burn out in a matter of weeks. Instead, it has raged for over half a century. The crater belches out flames and boiling mud, casting an eerie glow that can be seen for miles across the barren desert. The air is thick with the stench of sulfur, and temperatures at the rim are scorching. Standing too close is not recommended. At night, the scene is nothing short of apocalyptic, as orange jets of fire leap skyward from the depths. Despite the danger, the gates of hell have become a surreal tourist attraction. But those who venture near are wise to remember. Here, the earth itself is alive and hungry, and the fire shows no sign of ever being quenched. Winding precariously along the steep slopes of Bolivia's Andes North Yungas Road is infamous as the most dangerous road in the world. Locals call it El Camino de la Muerte, the Death Road. For much of its 40-mile length, the road is carved into sheer cliffs, with drops of up to 2,000 feet just inches from your tires. There are no guardrails to protect against plummeting into the abyss below. Mist and fog often shroud the road, reducing visibility to almost nothing. During the rainy season, landslides and cascading waterfalls turn the surface to slick mud, making every turn a gamble. Accidents are tragically common, with hundreds of lives lost each year to the treacherous conditions. The battered wrecks of vehicles at the bottom of the cliffs are a constant, sobering reminder of the road's deadly reputation. Yet for local villagers, this perilous passage is a lifeline. Buses, trucks, and even cyclists brave the route daily, their lives hanging in the balance with each journey. The Death Road is a place where nature and humanity are locked in a constant battle, a battle that nature often wins. Nestled deep within Siberia, the village of Oymyakon is a land of superlatives. Here, winter temperatures routinely plummet to minus 90 degrees Fahrenheit, earning it the chilling title of the coldest inhabited place on Earth. The landscape is locked in permafrost, and the sun barely grazes the horizon during the long, dark months of winter. For outsiders, such cold is unimaginable. Exposed skin can freeze in minutes, and machinery seizes up in the relentless chill. Life here is a constant struggle against the elements. Water pipes must be buried deep underground to prevent freezing, and vehicles are kept running day and night to avoid being immobilized by the cold. Even breathing the icy air can be painful, and frostbite is a constant threat. Yet remarkably, a small community persists, their daily routines shaped by the unforgiving climate. The people of Oymyakon have mastered the art of survival, relying on traditional practices and sheer resilience. For most, however, the village remains a frozen frontier, a stark testament to nature's ability to challenge and humble even the hardiest of humankind. In the heart of California's Mojave Desert lies Death Valley, a name that tells you all you need to know. This arid expanse holds the record for the highest temperature ever reliably recorded on Earth, a searing 134 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun beats down without mercy, and rainfall is a rarity, leaving vast salt flats and sand dunes where almost nothing grows. The landscape is both beautiful and brutal. Jagged mountains rise from the valley floor, casting long shadows over cracked earth. The air shimmers with heat, and the ground itself can reach temperatures hot enough to fry an egg. For those unprepared, dehydration and heat stroke can set in with terrifying speed. Even the animals here, like sidewinders and kit foxes, have evolved ingenious ways to avoid the worst of the sun's wrath. Despite the dangers, Death Valley draws adventurers, photographers, and scientists, all captivated by its stark, otherworldly beauty. But this is a land that demands respect. A misstep or moment of carelessness can be fatal. In Death Valley, survival is a delicate balance, and the margin for error is razor thin. Along the remote Atlantic shores of Namibia lies the Skeleton Coast, a stretch of land as forbidding as its name suggests. Here, the cold Benguela current clashes with the searing desert air, creating dense fogs that blanket the coastline. Towering sand dunes march relentlessly toward the sea, consuming everything in their path. The surf pounds with relentless force, breaking ships against hidden reefs and scattering their remains along the shore. The coast is littered with the rusting hulks of shipwrecks, their skeletons jutting from the sand like the bones of ancient beasts. The region's inhospitable climate, marked by fierce winds, drought, and brackish water, has earned it a reputation as one of the most unwelcoming places on Earth. Even the indigenous sand people traditionally avoided the coast, calling it the land god made in anger. Yet life endures in unexpected forms. Desert-adapted elephants, lions, and brown hyenas roam the dunes, eking out a living where few others could survive. But for the unprepared, the Skeleton Coast remains a deadly trap, a place where the forces of nature rule supreme. Rising above the clouds, Mount Everest is the world's highest peak, a siren call for adventurers and mountaineers. But above 8,000 meters, climbers enter the so-called death zone, where the air is so thin there's barely enough oxygen to sustain life. Every step is a battle against exhaustion, altitude sickness, and the biting cold. The body begins to shut down, judgment falters, and even the simplest tasks become monumental challenges. The death zone is littered with the remnants of past expeditions. Abandoned gear, oxygen tanks, and, tragically, the preserved bodies of climbers who never made it down. Weather conditions can change in an instant, unleashing blizzards and hurricane-force winds that sweep across the slopes. Frostbite, hypothermia, and pulmonary edema are constant threats, stalking climbers with every breath. For those who reach the summit, the sense of achievement is unparalleled. But the descent is often more dangerous than the climb. Decisions made in the thin air can be fatal, and rescue is nearly impossible at such altitudes. On Everest, nature's supremacy is absolute, and the mountain demands a steep price for those who dare to challenge it. In 1986, an explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant unleashed radioactive fallout across large swathes of Ukraine, Belarus, and beyond. Today, the 1,000 square mile exclusion zone around the plant remains a haunting testament to the disaster's enduring impact. Radiation levels here are still dangerously high, and the abandoned towns and villages have been reclaimed by nature in a scene both eerie and beautiful. The silence is profound. Buildings stand frozen in time, classrooms filled with dust-covered books, children's toys scattered as if their owners will return at any moment. But, invisible danger lurks everywhere. Hotspots of radiation in the soil, decaying reactors, and contaminated forests, where mutated fungi and plants thrive. Entry is strictly controlled, and visitors must follow rigid safety protocols to avoid exposure. Yet, life has found a foothold even here. Wolves, wild horses, and other animals have returned, thriving in the absence of humans. But make no mistake, beneath the tranquility, the threat remains. The Chernobyl exclusion zone is a stark reminder of humanity's power to alter the environment and the long, lingering shadow of nuclear disaster. Off the coast of Brazil lies Ilha de Queimada Grande, more ominously known as Snake Island. This tiny outcrop is home to one of the world's most venomous snakes, the golden lancehead viper. With an estimated 1 to 5 snakes per square meter, the island is so dangerous that the Brazilian government has banned all but authorized researchers from landing. The golden lancehead's venom is potent enough to melt human flesh, and honestly, a single bite can be fatal without prompt treatment. The snakes evolved in isolation, thriving on migratory birds that stop to rest on the island during their long journeys. Their camouflage is superb, blending seamlessly with the leaf litter and rocks, making them nearly invisible, until it's too late. Despite its deadly reputation, Snake Island is a vital sanctuary for these unique reptiles, who are now critically endangered. For would-be explorers, however, the message is clear. This is one patch of paradise, best admired from a safe distance. In March 2011, a massive earthquake and tsunami struck Japan, triggering meltdowns at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The resulting release of radioactive materials forced the evacuation of entire communities, creating an exclusion zone that stretches for miles around the plant. Today, ghost towns stand in silence, their shops and homes left just as they were on the day disaster struck. Radiation continues to pose a serious risk here, levels fluctuate unpredictably, and cleanup efforts are ongoing, but incomplete. Wild boar and other animals have reclaimed the abandoned streets, but for humans, lingering too long is ill-advised. Protective suits and dosimeters are essential for anyone entering the zone, and many areas remain strictly off-limits. The Fukushima exclusion zone is a stark landscape of loss and resilience. It serves as a poignant reminder that the forces we unleash can reshape our world in ways both immediate and enduring, sometimes beyond our ability to control or repair. Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, the Bermuda Triangle is shrouded in mystery and myth. Over the decades, this swath of the Atlantic Ocean has been linked to the unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft, sometimes without a trace. Theories abound, from sudden storms and rogue waves to magnetic anomalies that can disable navigation equipment. The region is notorious for its unpredictable weather, with powerful squalls and waterspouts that can appear out of nowhere. The Gulf Stream, one of the world's strongest ocean currents, flows through the triangle, making conditions especially treacherous for mariners and pilots alike. Even experienced crews have been caught off guard, succumbing to the ocean's hidden dangers. Despite scientific explanations, the Bermuda Triangle retains its aura of enigma, a place where the known world meets the unknown, and where safety is never guaranteed. For those who venture here, caution is the only sure companion. Nestled in the heart of the Bolivian Amazon, Madidi National Park is a biodiversity hotspot renowned for its lush rainforests and crystalline rivers. Yet, beneath its vibrant canopy lurk perils of every kind. The park is home to an astonishing array of venomous creatures. Snakes, spiders, and frogs, whose toxins can kill within minutes. Even the plants must be approached with caution. Some secrete irritants that can cause blindness or severe pain with the lightest touch. The humidity is relentless, and the dense foliage makes navigation a challenge for even seasoned explorers. Swarms of biting insects carry diseases, while hidden currents in the rivers can sweep the unwary away. The beauty of Madidi is matched only by its danger. A